Sir, I've heard the points made by the leader of the opposition. I've also heard the point made by my colleague here from CPI. Sir, we must not forget that it was the same people today who are opposing the JPC, who did not let Lok Sabha run for one whole session, demanding a JPC, and on the 2D. In that, there was a CBI investigation. In that, it was being monitored by the Supreme Court. There has been a desire in both houses, whenever such a thing happens, to have a JPC. Now, if we are not to have a JPC, we will be accused that you did not have a JPC. So this was discussed in the Lok Sabha and in the Rajya Sabha many times when such a scandal is broken down. The JPC will monitor. JPC certainly will not send people to do an investigation, but the JPC will monitor what the CBI is doing. The JPC will monitor the speed at which the investigation should take place, whether the speed is going correctly. And the same opposition, the same NDA who have walked out today, I do not understand why they are walking out, why they are running away. They are not walking away, they are running away. They are running away from a JPC for which, for one whole session, they said that no investigation we trust to the CBI. JPC must be constituted. Sir, a JPC consists of all political parties, of both houses. They will be able to monitor it. They will be able to give their views. They may also get more information. After all, members of parliament also get information from many sources. So, sir, this is nothing but plain politics. And after the demand was made that there must be, we do not trust the CBI. The first instance when this case broke out, there were statements, CBI inquiry is bogus. We don't want a CBI inquiry because CBI is not going to come to the truth. So here, the government has accepted that let the JPC, let me finish.
Please take, let him finish. Mr. Prasanji, let him speak.
Sir, okay. Consistent with their demands, in many cases, the government agreed in the first instance so that the house can run, so that members get a chance, the JPC gets a chance to monitor it, to pursue it, and to ensure that we get to the bottom of this as fast as possible. I have moved this motion.
So the motion is already moved. I shall now put the motion moved by Sri Kamalnath to vote. The question is put. Those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those against, please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. Motion is adopted. Yes. Now, statement by Minister Sushil Kumar Shinde.
Sir, an issue was raised in the House concerning deaths of the people in connection with the Panchayat elections in Golpara district of Assam due to large scale of disturbances and violence resorted to by people protesting the election. Sir, in this regard, I would like to first provide the background of this incident. The state government of Assam had established a Rama Hasang Autonomous Council, that is RHAC, in 1995 through a state legislation. The council was primarily created for the social.
Alright, the UPA government has moved a motion in the Rajya Sabha for the formation of a joint parliamentary committee consisting of 10 members from the Rajya Sabha and 20 members from the Lok Sabha to look into the investigation into Choppergate that we've been reporting here on headlines today, and also to monitor the ongoing CBI investigation that was ordered by the Ministry of Defence 2 weeks ago in the national capital. I want to go across to our editor, Strategic Affairs, Gaurav Sawant, for more on this. Gaurav, for the last 90 minutes, there's been turbulence in the Rajya Sabha. We've seen A.K. Antony have his say. Arun Jaitley has torn into him. Before that, there was Prakash Javadekar as well. I don't think the opposition is even mildly satisfied, Gaurav, with the statement that's been made by A.K. Antony. They've said that he cannot take shelter in this subtext of helplessness. We are, after all, a country, and if the bribe takers are within Indian jurisdiction, then A.K. Antony has nowhere to hide.
Oh, indeed, and that was the main point that both Prakash Javadekar and Leader of Opposition in Rajya Sabha, Arun Jaitley, made. For 367 days, if I may quote Arun Jaitley, he said, why was no action taken against the bribe takers? There was a veneer of bravado, he said, in what Defence Minister A.K. Antony was saying, but there was helplessness in what he was actually admitting. And this remains a fact, Shiv. You and I have put that question to Defence Minister A.K. Antony on more than one occasion.
Yes.
When this information was in public domain since February 2012. Why was no action taken in this case? And that's what the opposition today asked. The bribe takers are in India. These names which are now coming out in public domain, except the arrest of, Giuseppe Orsi, the CEO of Finmechanica.
Yes.
All of this information was in public domain, including the name of former Chief of Air Staff, Air Chief Marshal S.P. Tyagi, and his three cousins, leader, and why was there no action taken? Any one of them? Arun Jaitley saying the first thing legally that should have been done in this case was to register an FIR. In this case, a criminal investigation only begins when you register the first information report. Then people should have been taken into custody, interrogated,
yes,
and then perhaps the money trail could have been established. All of this, you and I and several others have put this question to the Raksha Mantri and to officers in the Ministry of Defence, including the Defence Secretary. We haven't got an answer yet.